This trip, it's the summer of 2017 and we're headed to Wyoming to watch the August 21st American Eclipse. It's just over 300 miles from our homes in the Denver area, so it's not too far. However, the first challenge is to find the perfect camping spot with a great view. With all of the crowds expected to head that way, I've decided to do a scouting trip at the end of July. Our good friend Tony Walter is joining us for what will become a Western adventure greater than we could have imagined. I left Denver early on July 31st, hoping to make a fast run via I-25 up into Wyoming. I-25 north, early in the morning, gets you out of Denver fast. The speed limit reaches 80 miles an hour and you can make pretty good time. About an hour into Wyoming, I followed several dirt roads to the west, checking out different eclipse viewing sites that I'd mapped out on Google Earth. Unfortunately, these sites turned out to be on private land or required trespassing through private land. Eventually, the road I was following intersected with two other dirt roads. The road to the south was labeled as a private road, and the road to the north was labeled as a county road on the map, but also had no trespassing signs. And I looked back at the county road I just traveled 20 miles west on, and there also was a no trespassing sign. My gas situation wasn't critical yet, but I needed to find a gas station soon, and Glen Rock was the closest one. I headed north and stayed off the adjoining land. Day one of the scouting trip ends in Douglas, Wyoming. It's a nice little town and I'm enjoying being here, but I am a bit disappointed in not finding an eclipse viewing site today. It's day two of the scouting trip. I'll head south on Cold Springs Road to where it intersects with the eclipse center line. There's one more area I've mapped out and I'm still hoping to find that ideal viewing site. After about 20 minutes, I came to where the eclipse center line crossed Cold Springs Road. I would later find out that this was the Tomahawk Ranch. I pulled over to the side and launched the drone and photographed a 360-degree pan of the area. It was hard to imagine a more perfect location to watch the eclipse. So I waited. After several minutes, a gentleman named Leo arrived. Leo said that this was the Tomahawk Ranch and it was owned by the Powderhorn Ranch. I started loading up the bike, Leo went on his way, and as I was doing that, a pickup truck pulling a big hay trailer came in and headed down towards the Tomahawk Ranch house. So I started to leave and changed my mind. I came back and I just waited by the side of the road for a few minutes. The truck came up and I met a young lady named Mackenzie.
Hi. Hey, I talked with Leo a few minutes ago, but I wanted to get permission to camp when the eclipse comes through.
Do you just camp in tents and...
Yeah, we'll just be tents. We won't set any fires.
So I'll ask them kind of what they're thinking about that. There's plenty of room, it's just a matter of...
So we would be very polite guests. We're all old guys who, we won't be partying and we won't, we'll be setting up cameras, that kind of thing. I'm sorry, what was your name? Mackenzie? Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate it. You have a nice day. Say that just made the scouting mission success. Woo-ha!
I continued south on Cold Springs Road, which eventually morphed into several other county roads, but kept heading down towards Laramie. The view along the drive is just spectacular, and it's a perfect escape route to stay off of I-25 and all the eclipse traffic, so everything just came together on day two. Along the way, I met Dale Buckingham's mom. Dale was from Sheridan, where he owns an architecture firm there, and had a ranch out in the area.
Okay. I said, is this going to be... I'm from Denver, so I don't really know this area, but I'm wondering, are y'all expecting a big crowd up here when the eclipse comes in a few weeks?
Dale had called me back and offered the ranch for us a place to go, and arrived home, I heard from Diemer True, and Diemer asked if I could do a space program presentation to his guests. It looked like this was shaping up to be a really interesting trip up into the heart of Wyoming, cattle country, and just all the things that go with that. So all in all, outstanding scouting trip. Who knew you could stand along the side of the road in middle of Wyoming on a Tuesday morning with nobody else on the highway, and somebody would drive by that would introduce you to a ranch owner who would be entertaining 60 guests and invite you to come stay and partake in the meals and the festivities, and show you the best view of the eclipse you could have ever wanted with some of the nicest people you would ever want to meet. As in every good trip, there comes that point in time when it's time to go home.
called the kid and say, we think we see a funnel cloud headed towards you guys, but we think it's going to the east. Don't believe it. There were 4 buildings, 4 barns here. They're just gone. And the trees are all snapped off? Yeah. And they're still hanging from the trees? Yeah. I said, oh my gosh, I came up here. My grandson called his mother-in-law, who lives right around the corner, and she wouldn't believe it, because it was just a little rainstorm. that's the White House.
It's just a beautiful house.
It is. It sounds to me like you have more fun than is probably legally permissible.
I think we do.
Our wives are very accommodating that they allow us to leave for a week or two at a time on these bikes and stuff. So
Isn't that nice?
yeah, so we have some latitude. That
The home front's supported.
I'm a big storyteller. See, my kids growing up thought I was Jim Bridger's partner. And Jim Bridger had the most wild stories, and the kids loved them. And then when they had children, they couldn't wait for Grandpa to on the creek.
Yeah.
That's the creek. That's the short way back. And so some of my stories may be factual, but they're all true stories. Yeah, you can count on this. We have really high standards. I don't allow any swearing. I don't allow gossip. I don't. You can create a culture, or you can just allow it to evolve, and we're going to create it. Be 60 or 70 here.
Now, are these all guests that have flown in from all over the country, or is this
No,
not people you know? Or
no, don't know.
Oh, wow.
Don't know. And the center line comes right through here, and I was going to have people on this side of the fence, but now that the hay's all baled, we'll just come over here and set up. This will be spectacular. Isn't this going to be neat?
It is.
It's neat. I mean, anyway, so this is where we're going to set up, and then because the grass is so green and everything, the likelihood of fire is just really remote. But why take any chances? I'll bring the fire extinguisher down. Then the Alliers are both current EMTs, and then my daughter-in-law is a registered nurse. She'll be here. Oh, you think about those things.
Yeah, with all this, with this many people.
Yeah.
This is just a lovely valley.
It is, isn't it? It's just nobody knows it's here, and the elk, deer, antelope, turkeys, geese, ducks. It's just full of game. That's our walk-through bridge, and we had a 50-year flood last year.
Oh my gosh.
We did. It did a lot of damage. It just did a huge amount of damage.
That is incredible.
I thought you'd get it together. So 5 years ago, we had a huge fire that threatened the Powderhorn, burned up 6,000 acres, and some pretty windy tales to tell about getting cattle out of there. And then last year was the 50-year flood. This year's the tornado. Now I'm wondering if it's locust next year. I don't know. But I'm still standing.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Diemer.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty nice, and all the meal and all the food you can eat for $100. Dang, Phil. You are the man.
Believe me, it's never been this good. This is how you guys roll all the time?
it happens every time. Tony, you've been missing out.